Every time a no confidence motion is brought before a ruling dispensation or ruling government, it is usually when the numbers of that government are on shaky ground, when there are parties within coalitions who are not supportive of the ruling dispensation on any issue. That's how the history of the no confidence motion has evolved over the last many years. In this case, the numbers are clearly with the NDA. So then what is the point of this no confidence motion? Is the point only to get the Prime Minister to speak in Parliament?
Actually, that's an incorrect way of looking at how no confidence motion works. Because if you remember, Srimati Indira Gandhi, who had absolute majority in the Parliament, had 15 such no confidence motions moved against her. So obviously the opposition members knew they did not have the numbers, but there was a reason why they were bringing it against her. With an absolute majority of over 400 MPs, Rajiv Gandhi ji had a no confidence motion against him. Jawaharlal Nehru ji had it against him. So the point is not this. The point is not whether you have numbers or no. The point is this. This is the rule book of a parliament. I'm a Rajya Sabha MP, so I'm showing you the Rajya Sabha book because of which I get the rule number 267 to be able to ask the chair that we should have a discussion on Manipur. The same way, Lok Sabha members are entitled, if they have support of over 50 MPs, to move a motion, no confidence motion. And the fact that the speaker has accepted it, acknowledged it, means it's in order. And that is what the rule book tells them to do. And now we should have a discussion on it. The reason why we had to go use the no confidence motion is simple. Is because the Prime Minister, who speaks within the premises of the Parliament but refuses to speak inside the Parliament, is problematic. Problematic not just for my nation as a parliamentary democracy, but as how the world sees us as the mother of democracy. That's what the Prime Minister claims, right? So in any democracy globally, the Prime Minister and the elected topmost leader is answerable to the floor of the House, which our Prime Minister is escaping away from. The Prime Minister thinks he's above the Parliament. So it is a reminder that you have to address this issue of Manipur. Manipur is an important border state. This is not just, an internal issue, it's a national issue, national security issue, which cannot be but the Prime Minister having to come and speak. And that is why we have moved the no confidence motion.
But ma'am, there were other instruments
to participate in the discussion.
No, there were other instruments available, whether short duration discussion, long duration discussion. The Home Minister, who is the departmental in charge, because law and order, even though it's a state subject, at the end of the day, it folds into the Home Ministry. And the Home Minister said on more than one occasion on the floor of the House that he's willing to have a debate, full-fledged or otherwise, and that he will stand there. You can put him, as they say in Hindi, khadgare mein kada kar do, and then you can ask him the tough questions that the opposition wants to ask him. Is the purpose of this no confidence, the purpose of this no confidence, when you have other instruments at your disposal, only to force the leader of the House to speak?
No, 1 second. You were saying what are the other instruments? A short duration discussion. Violence which has been continuing unabated, where communities are divided, where rapes are happening almost on a regular basis, children have been displaced, women, families are living in transit camps, a state cabinet, a central government cabinet minister's house is burnt down, is not worthy of a Prime Minister coming and responding. And now let me come to the Home Minister. Home Minister had in the month of June called for an all-party meeting. Everybody participated. India Alliance members also participated in the spirit of ensuring that peace is restored in Manipur. What were our demands from the Home Minister? That get the Chief Minister to step down. The second was that the Prime Minister, who's on mute mode, should speak up. Third was that all-party delegation should visit Manipur. Out of the three, which was adhered to by the Home Minister. So if the Home Minister fails in his duty, who is answerable? The Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of the cabinet, and as head of the Parliament, he should be speaking up, which he refuses to. So we are reminding him of his responsibility. Why doesn't he have confidence in himself to come and speak inside the Parliament?
Of the BJP is joining us. Sudhanshu Trivedi, the opposition's point, and this is what they've been trying to stress for the last 5 days inside and outside Parliament, is that Manipur is perhaps the gravest issue facing the nation right now, and it requires the intervention of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, as the leader of the House, as the head of the government, should speak in Parliament about what's going on in Manipur and what his government is doing to try and assuage the situation, to try and quell the situation. Because they have tried every instrument possible and nothing has worked, that's why this is a last resort, a parliamentary instrument. They are using a no confidence motion, despite knowing fully well that the government has the numbers overwhelmingly on its side. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
The fact of the matter is they are avoiding every instrument which is possible. As far as Prime Minister is concerned, even in the beginning of the session, he has expressed his pain and anguish both on Manipur. And when the issue has arose, the moment Mallikarjun Kharge ji was leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, I think at the time Priyanka ji was also there, the moment he said, the leader of the house, Shri Piyush Goyal ji said that we are ready to discuss it. Yesterday, Home Minister has said, not only he has said, he has written letter also. And as far as rule is concerned, it is very clear that opposition is saying that they want under 267. Chairman has already accepted under Rule 176. So, Rule 228 of Rajya Sabha categorically states that if any issue is accepted under one rule, then it cannot be raised in any other rule. So, it's very clear that if they want to have discussion, I think it is happening for the first time in the entire parliamentary history that both the sides are agreeing to have discussion, but they are insisting on one rule or the other rule. It is like in examination hall, you are saying that I am ready to write in the answer book, but I want that particular type of pen rather than this particular type of pen. And second thing I would like to say, on any statement, the statement of the concerned minister comes at last. And in this case, the concerned minister is Home Minister. Now, if they want the statement of the Prime Minister, then the Prime Minister after discussion can have a statement at last. If they want the statement of the Prime Minister, then in the parliamentary proceeding, there is no provision of discussion after a statement. But then look at their peculiar demand. First, they want the statement of the Prime Minister. Then they want discussion after the statement. And after the statement, the final conclusive statement should not be given by the Home Minister, who is the person concerned in the matter of the state, but by the Prime Minister. And that too when this discussion has already been accepted by the government, but they are insisting that I want on the different type of rules. So this is very clear that they are trying to do the politics, not trying to handle the sensitivity of the situation. And one thing I would like to add also, when the Parliament of India is sitting, we cannot be insensitive to what happened in West Bengal, what happened in Rajasthan, what happened in Chhattisgarh. If 50 lives were lost in West Bengal, the Parliament of India cannot say that we are least concerned about what happened, the 50 lives in, or if something of this sort, that after the rape, the acid was thrown and 4 people were burned in Rajasthan, we cannot say that, oh, it's hardly a matter. And one more sentence I would like to add.
Yeah, quickly,
in Rajasthan, the sitting minister on the floor of the house has given a statement. There is a huge difference between allegation of the opposition and the statement on the floor of the house of the person who is part of the government.